Welcome to another TechHelp video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today I'm going to show you how to add color-coded goal indicators to your forms in Microsoft Access. Yesterday I showed you how to save system values. So you could save things in your database in the systems setting table, like your protein goal, your calorie goal for the day, that kind of stuff. But it can be for any kind of settings, right? These get saved in a settings table. Well, today we're going to put those on the form, on our log form. We're going to show what the difference is, whether you're over or under your goal for the day. We're going to throw in some conditional formatting, right? Color coding to highlight these if you're over your calories, if you're under your protein, that kind of thing. And I'm going to throw in a twist. There's a conditional formatting trick that a lot of people, even my advanced developer students, sometimes miss. I get questions about this all the time. I teach it in my beginner classes, but I might stump you. So let's see what that's about. And yes, this is part 56 of my fitness database series, but even if you don't care about tracking fitness and calories and protein and all that stuff, that doesn't matter. This is a cool database that I'm building for myself to use, so I'm using it as a way to show you guys all kinds of cool tips and tricks. So, are you ready? Here we go. Okay, in yesterday's video, we set up our settings table. We got our calories and protein goals in here. And we have the code to load and save those settings. So now I want to put those values right down here. So let's go to Design View. And let's shrink this stuff up. I barely use this. In fact, I don't think I've used it yet. Let's move this stuff down. We'll give ourselves some room here. Let's copy and paste this. If it works, copy, paste. See, half the time it doesn't work. Copy, paste. It was working off camera. I think maybe my screen recording camera is interfering with it too. Copy, paste, copy, paste. Oh, gotta do them individually. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. I don't know if it's a bug or whatever's going on. I've complained about it in a million videos, but it doesn't seem to want to work when I'm recording a video if I have multiple items selected. All right, goals. And let's make these gray to signal to the users that they can't change it. Which members, one thing we might do, and I'll add it to a list for a future extended cut. We're not going to do it today, but I might make it so we can double click on these to change them or just change them in place and it'll update the table. But for everybody else, for right now, we just go to the settings table. This is something that you change maybe once a month, right? It's not something you change all the time. This just tells the user, hey, you can't change these. All right, so open this up. We're going to make the name of this the same as the settings. So daily calorie goal. And here we can put equals get setting, because we got the function now, right? Get setting daily calorie goal. It's a read-only value. It's going to get it right into here. Save it, close it, open it, and notice now it, boom, there it goes. This one's still bound to that. We haven't changed that one yet, but there's your 2000. You could also leave this completely unbound and just put it in the OnLoad event, right? Say daily calorie goal equals whatever. That's up to you. In fact, you know what? I think I'd rather do that. And you know why? Because right now this is returning a string value. So I think what I'm going to do, let's leave it out of here, because this is originally what I had in my outline. Was I was going to do it like this. Let me move this over so we got some more space. Because we can typecast it as a long to make sure it's a number instead of having this come in here as text. This one is going to be daily protein goal, and delete that. And now let's go to the forms OnLoad event, which is what I wanted to do initially, right here, before the timer interval kicks in, right? We're going to say load the goals here. Load goals. And it's literally just daily calorie goal equals, I'd like to put the CLNG. That's typecasting, that's converting whatever it is to a long. Then get setting daily calorie goal, like that. And that way we're certain at this point it's a number. And if it's not a number, you'll get a nice error message saying we can't convert it to a long. You could do more checks here. This is where I said in the last class, you could verify the data when you read it. You could say in here, you could, if you're really worried about it, if you're really worried about the user putting some junk in the table, which you should check that when you save the value in the first place, but we haven't gotten to that point yet. In here, you could say, read it into a string value, right? and then say if it's not numeric, throw an error message. But we're not getting that high speed with this just yet. This is just to get this working. And then daily protein goal is the same thing. All right, and this will just load them once when the form loads up, and that's really all I care about. All right, and there you go. There they are. Okay. Now we need a difference down here because I know in my head that I need 2,000 calories a day, but I can see, okay, I've already put 1128 on there. I want to know what I got left. Right? I want the database to do the math for me. That's the point. Because if this goal number is 2325, that's weird math to do in your head. Okay, so once again, copy paste. See? Copy paste. Oh, now it's not even working there. Copy paste. Copy paste. Copy paste. Copy paste. I can't explain it. Maybe I need to upgrade my version of Act. I have not upgraded my version of Office for months because there was a big problem and there was all kinds of issues. And I know there's some bugs that have crept in. And it's working, except for that, it's working fine. This will be our difference. And this, let's call it calorie difference. And this control source is going to be the sum of the calories eaten. Let's base it on eaten, not on total. Because sometimes I put stuff on here to plan, but I don't actually care about it until I actually eat it. Sometimes I'll plan out a dinner, and then I won't eat all the things in the dinner. So I want it to be based on eaten. So it's sum total calories eaten. And then we're going to subtract daily calorie goal. So if I've eaten 2,200 and my goal is 2,000, I want to know I'm 200 over. All right, so here it's going to be control source is going to be equal sum total calories eaten, right there, tab, minus daily calorie goal, tab. There we go. There's that one. And this guy, same thing. This is going to be the protein difference. And this is going to be equal sum total protein eaten minus daily protein goal. Okay, save it, close it, open it. There we go. All right, I can see I am 872 under for my calories, which is about right, and 110 under for my protein goal. All right, now to make these numbers really pop, let's throw in some conditional formatting. Now they're going to be different because for calories, I want to be under my calorie goal. For protein, I want to be over my goal, right? All right, so let's do calories first. Format, conditional formatting. Add a new rule. Now, if the value is less than or equal to 0, I'm good. I want that number to be lower than my protein goal, right? So let's come in here and say if the value is less than or equal to 0, then we're in the green. So let's make it green. Let's go bold and white foreground like that. Okay. And then let's say, let's add a new rule. We'll say if the value is greater than 0, we'll make it yellow. It's like warning territory. So, you're getting over 0 there. You're eating a little bit too much. And then we'll say new rule. If the value is greater than 200, that means I've eaten 200 more calories than I should have. We'll make that the warning zone. And obviously, you're going to tweak these for your needs. Right, and we could set this stuff up in the table too, right? You could set it up where it's like, okay, if it's 20% over your goal or 50% over, whatever, you can. There's lots you can do with this. Again, we're just doing the basics today. We might tweak this more in the future. We might add these values to the table. Let's just get it working and get it simple for now. That's how I like to build my databases. I like to get it working, get it functional, get it simple, and then we can add extra bells and whistles later. Now, if you're looking at these and you've seen the problem already, you're ahead of the class. I teach this in my beginner lessons, and there's a problem here. Pause the video and see if you can figure out what the problem is. Did you figure it out? Do you see what it is? Oh, someone's beaming in too. All right, if you figured it out, if you know what the problem is, post a comment down below and let me know that you figured it out. All right, I'm going to hit OK. Let's save this, close it, open it back up again. All right, as of right now, I'm 872 calories underneath my goal. That's fine because I haven't finished the day yet, right? Let's put a test item in here. And let's make this guy 5,000 calories. Okay, and as soon as I eat it, that should change that value. Boom, okay, look at that. It's 4,000, which is well over my goal, but it's only yellow. It didn't go to red. Why didn't it go to red? Take a look, and let's go back to the conditional formatting and see if you know what the problem is. I teach this in my beginner lessons. You see it? All right, the way these work is as soon as it hits a rule that matches the condition, it stops. So as soon as it hits this one, is the value over 0? Yep. It stops, and then it exits out. It's not like in Excel where there's a stop if condition met where it'll keep going. So all you have to do here is just move this rule above that one. See? If it's less than 0, great. If it's over 0, now you got to check the highest one first. Then check this one, okay? See how that works? And that's something that trips beginners all the time. And now it works fine. And if I bring that down into a reasonable range, what are we, 2,100 over? Let's bring this down to 1,000. I can't type in here. Type in down here, 1,000. And then, and now we're right. Okay? Okay. Let's do protein. Right click, design view. Let's go to protein. Same basic thing. Conditional formatting, new rule. Field value is, this time I want to be greater than or equal to 0 for this to be in the green. Bold, white. Okay. New rule. If the value is less than 0, then we're yellow. And if it's less than, let's see, for me, if I go less than negative, if I go 20 under, right, less than negative 20, that's when I'm in the red. So if I only need 170, let's say, bold and white. And then same problem, click this, move it up. So it's going to hit this over 0, you're good. If it is 0, that's not going to match. Wait, no, if it is 0, it's green. If it's, let's say it's negative 1. This one won't match. This one will match, and then we're good. Okay? Okay. Save it, close it, open it, boom. And if my test value happened to be 120 grams of protein, and we might want to put refreshes in here to update this, but we'll get to that maybe later. And now we're good. Okay? And that's that. So that's going to do it for today's Tech Help video. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button right now and give me a like. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. And make sure you click that bell icon and select all to receive notifications whenever I post a new video. Do you need help with your Microsoft Access project? Whether you need a tutor, a consultant, or a developer to build something for you, check out my Access Developer Network. It's a directory I put together personally of Access experts who can help with your project. Visit my website to learn more. Any links or other resources that I mentioned in the video can be found in the description text below the video. Just click on that show more link right there. YouTube's pretty good about hiding that, but it's there. Just look for it. Now, if you have not yet tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, tables, all that stuff. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or my YouTube channel. I'll include a link below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? And if you like Level 1, Level 2 is just $1. That's it. And it's free for members of my YouTube channel at any level. Speaking of memberships, if you're interested in joining my channel, you get all kinds of awesome perks. Silver members get access to all of my extended cut Tech Help videos, and there's hundreds of them by now. They also get one free beginner class each month, and yes, those are from my full courses. Gold members get the previous perks plus access to download all of the sample databases that I build in my Tech Help videos. Plus you get access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions and all kinds of source code that I use. And gold members get one free expert class every month after completing the beginner series. Platinum members get all of the previous perks, plus they get all of my beginner courses, all of them from every subject, and you get one free advanced or developer class every month after finishing the expert series. And you can become a diamond sponsor and have your name listed on the sponsor page on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time.